damn fool. You know you can have it all.
Behind you,
Sheree, where you at, Sheree?
He's behind you.
And if you can, tow them cars. Okay, I got the keys. Lord have mercy. Yeah. All right, fellas, bring it down right here, y'all. We would like to dedicate this song to each and every one of you we have out here this evening. This goes out to all of the women, from all of the men. I turn around and make it vice versa to all of the men. Hey, baby! There got to be some changes made. Ow! Hey, baby! Yeah. There got to be some changes made. I've been all the way around this world, baby. I found another mate to take your place. I've been all the way around this world, baby. And I found another mate to take your place. What's that, Steve? The little girl when he gon' wash my dirty clothes. I've been all the way around this world, baby. Now you wanna put old Johnny L outdoors, and I ain't going for that. So you know what I said? Hey, baby. I said there's got to be some changes made. Come on there with it. Hey, baby. Yeah. I tell you, there's got to be some changes made. All right, y'all, look at here. I've been drinking just a little bit. I ain't tore up yet, but I would love to. I tell you what, when I finish this up, I'm gonna get tore up. Then I'm gonna come back out here, and I'm really gonna shake a leg. Are you ready? Are you ready? So look at here. I'm tore up. Just as drunk as I can be. Tore up. Lord, I'm drunk as I can be. Then they call me something more. I think I'm tore up. Just as drunk as I can be. I said my hair is ragged and my hair gone with no teeth. Ow! Come on now! Escalade, white Escalade. You got 5 minutes to move it, or they're gonna have it towed. White there. Loud! The eagle flies Sunday I go out to play. You know what? I get up early on a Sunday morning, I go out to the corner of the old Baptist church. And I kneel down and pray. I'm from Alabama, so you know what I said? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy on Johnny Hill. If y'all don't need none, I do. All right.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. This is the St. Aubin Street Blues Festival. Actually, John's Carpet House. Oh, we're going to get some gospel singing here. This is awesome, too. They have blues there, but I stopped at Frederick and Shane. The Blues Festival is down that way. You can see the crowd every Sunday. But here we go. Look at this, a community garden. And art is everywhere. This is interesting. Recovery Park Farms. So they're trying to help people back. And so signs and flowers. Yeah, I'm on a big flower kick these days, and I think it's just the bright colors that I enjoy. Here, Pure Michigan, so they're part of this whole gig. They're covered, the plants here. This is kind of neat what they're doing, having the garden thing. But that lousy waste incinerator plant is just like a stone's throw away. And that's something the city's going to have to deal with. But the Blues Festival, man, they draw a crowd. I really enjoy that. I really do. Here's another urban garden. Now I'm going to check where RoboCop is going to be made whole or whatnot. 13401. Here they had an article, Venus Bronze Works. So that's where I'm at. This is where RoboCop is being put together. It's being tinkered with. But when it's all said and done and RoboCop is good and ready, he's going to go to the Michigan Science Center. That will be a big to-do when that finally gets unveiled. Because I think RoboCop can do a pretty good job of patrolling the city, keeping Detroit safe, making sure like no one gets out of hand. Like me. But I was in the neighborhood, so this is the original Buddy's Pizza right here at McNichols and Conant. I got the 4-slice jobby do, and gonna make it home and chow down. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I gotta change tapes. So blue screen. You know the routine. I got to pop one out, put another one in. It's going to start with the lunar eclipse, which we didn't see, but it produced a red moon. But ABC News did get it, so let's listen in, okay? Tape is in, and here we go.
And finally tonight here, we all remember the great American eclipse. That was almost 1 year ago now. And tonight, a spectacular event seen around the world. The longest total lunar eclipse of the century. ABC's Matt Gutman tonight. Matt, you and I were on the air almost a year ago for that great American eclipse. That was really something, but you're taking in quite a sight in Hong Kong.
Yeah, that was a treat, but this has been an hour and 40 minutes long of a celestial, spectacular treat, and these diehards behind me have been here for every single minute of it. You know, it's called the blood moon because it happens when the sun, the earth, and the moon perfectly align, and the rays of the sun curve around the earth, and it's only the red rays that go through the atmosphere and actually hit the moon. And that's what we've been seeing in these spectacular images from across the globe, in Berlin, at the Colosseum in Rome. It has been a beautiful sight to behold. Unfortunately, back home in the U.S., we did not get to see the full glory of this eclipse, but rest assured, January 21st, 2019, just a few months away, we'll get our next shot at a lunar eclipse. David.
Putting it on the calendar, Matt Gutman from Hong Kong tonight. Matt, thank you, and thank you for watching.
Hell yeah, mark the calendar. What was it, January 19th? Oh. Hang on.
With the whole part, I'm not going to mess with you.
Don't mess with me.
Yes, what a great bartender. I should have gotten her name and phone number, but yeah. I didn't want to mess with her, to be honest. But I was in the neighborhood here. Look at this. This would make a great Halloween costume. This burglar dude. The dude with the black hat. And all you have to do is come up with a cape, but come up with that hat. Maybe go in black face paint or something like that. But that would make a great Halloween costume. And fairly reasonable. It wouldn't break the budget. Yeah, so I'm in Southgate Lincoln Park, right at the border. And we're going to check out some RVs. But you can get here by bus, and they pass the millage. So that's a good thing. Not everybody uses public transportation, but then again, not everybody uses the library. Nobody has to use the police or the fire at any given time. But it's good to know that it's there if needed. I wish public transit would be viewed in that way, just like every other civic thing that we expect. You know, schools and the like, roads. Here's a special. Here, well, E-Course, down here it might be considered a river. Where I'm at in Dearborn Heights, it's a creek, but E-Course Creek. And this is like the dividing line between Southgate and Lincoln Park. And this was built 1958. Interesting. Okay. Across the street and looking at this motor home. It's for sale. A lot of people like these things to travel with. But then I've been here before, but it's for sale. It's turnkey too. Those are key words you like to hear. And the gas prices at this time back on August 3rd. Yeah, I just have a few minutes of this. And then we'll switch gears. Dilly Dilly. Then a car wash, and I had $1 in quarters, but it was $1.75. But I had a change tray, so I'll have enough. This is the trailer park. So this is right across the street from the bar. So, yeah, treat the bartenders very nicely and tip well. And they have a move-in special. And this is on Dix in Oakdale. Focus on urban planning, so it can be done anywhere you go. But I like to focus there on Michigan. All right, well, there, I got a few more quarters. Just got to feed the machine here. And then the spray won't really be activated till you pull the trigger. Oh, my evil twin was loving this. All right, it's a beauty. It looks all white again. Cool. Slippery when wet. Where have I heard that before? All right. This is just heading down the street. Oh, switching gears here now. Look at the cranes. They're going to have a wind tunnel over here, or so I'm told. But I came here, I wanted to do this to check the big tire out from the backside. And there it is. Yeah, this is Enterprise Drive, and I'm in the city of Allen Park. So yeah, just head north, and I kind of made a circle there. It's kind of a flat tire kind of thing, but it's right there, right off of I-94. So my thinking is, boy, you could have a welcome center, a rest area, a photo walk place or whatever where people can take selfies with the big tire. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's an entrance point right before you get to Detroit. People might want to stop, pick up a map, get directions, talk to somebody about where this, that, or the other is. And then you can take a picture of the tire and get the lowdown. right now, people just buzz by on I-94. It's certainly not convenient at all. And they don't want you coming around from the backside either. But what to do? And they have this protected, so they got that going on. But it was a Ferris wheel, and it was in the World's Fair. I believe it was 1964 in New York City. And boy, if there's enough room, I was just concerned with the room here, if there's enough for parking and the exit and entrance ramps, if it's doable. And of course, it costs money. And, you know, we have a lot of roads to fix, so redoing something like this is not a priority. But when we're flush with cash and don't know what to do with it, we could say, you know, next time we resurface I-94 or have a major rebuild, we could include an exit and entrance ramp onto the freeway here and make this a rest stop, a welcome center, place to get concessions, cup of coffee, snacks, whatever it is. Just something to think about. It's all that urban planning aspect. And Detroit, not really considered a place for people to visit or like vacation. But we should give ourselves a little more credit and say, yeah, you know, at least for a weekend trip, we can keep you occupied. But yeah, there's enough to see and do. And some people around the country have discovered that and have made good comments about Detroit and its kind of revival. But you know, for a lot of people, the secret is still out there. Well, there's the big tire hiding behind there, but I'm looking for room here for the parking, and it's kind of like a wetlands preserve area, certainly. And yeah, this is the Ecorse Creek or river, but there's a little wood bridge here. So yeah, you have wetland conditions too that influence what can and can't be done. So be cool to each other. All right, well, Baker College, this is where we'd have to look for an entrance ramp, and they have their college there in a parking lot. And Outer Drive is up there, but there's not an exit at Outer Drive. There's an entrance ramp. It's doable, but you know, an architect and a road planner would have to figure all that out. But here is our wetland conservation area. And I'm still on that flower kick. I like the colors. It would be the same thing if I saw a tropical fish. I'd be fascinated just from the bright colors. Okay, and then that would be your entrance ramp to I-94. We got the power lines and we got the rail lines. So the rail lines aren't really movable, so that's certainly a set piece. But this is part of one of the rails that has the horseshoes, which is kind of neat, back when they were electric trains, but trains will still run along this track, and kind of gives you that tunnel vision kind of thing. Here's an old railroad spike. Then you look for the date. USA was made, but okay, Tonawanda here, 1950. And there is some decay. So yeah, and well, this stretch here, 2008. And art is everywhere. I kid you not. Even in like man-made stuff, it doesn't have to be nature kind of thing. All right, so it'd have to be in all this area. There's a lot of green space now, but the tracks and these power lines certainly are immovable objects. So then a heated switch, apparently. And this stretch 2005. Yeah, we have a welcome center when you come up I-75 from Ohio. It's like interchange 9 or mile marker 9. And that seems to work well, but we could have one right off of I-94. Here's where the wind tunnel's supposed to be for Ford. So a lot of cranes. They had the heavy artillery. Holiday Inn Express is fairly new. Hampton, so there I got it circled. So it's just south of Outer Drive. They have to figure out the interchanges, the exit and entrance. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, you'd have to go up to Oakwood to get back to I-94. So maybe they got to put in, anyways, they got to figure it out when we're flush with cash. Well, it just so happened this was a Friday early evening, and Allen Park had their arts festival going on. The City of Allen Park logo, founded in 1927. Ooh, too sexy there. Lucy's Beauty Boutique. And so they have art tents, and geez, these people are showing some love for the D. Cool. And they got all the food and stuff. Lemon slush. So it's a family thing. That looks like an Irish bar. You hardly see them anymore these days. Here, look at the clock. And looks like we're in sync. Got mini donuts there. Harley Davidsons are a form of art. People always style their bikes. I love the neon sign. It wasn't lit up, but the big letters in bowling. And this is the Roosevelt lanes, and they have 20 lanes because that's the last one there. And bowling through the decades. Here we go. That's how it was in the 80s. Wow, where was I? 70s, 60s. That was groovy back then. Okay, so art is everywhere. Okay, there's the 2000s, the new millennials. Then it starts with 1, so 1 through 20 from left to right. Here, I love, this was the way it was back in the day, the big neon letters out there. And there's the City of Allen Park. I love these aerial photographs. I'm into maps. It's just a little thing I got going. Here, Canadian football, but they got this, they say Friday night football, and oh, no. That's what I do. High school football is going to be starting here fairly shortly. August 23rd is the first game, and I've had the name Friday night football for at least 15 years, so we're gonna get. It's gonna be Feiger time. I'm not gonna mess around. Feiger time. Take care of that. Here, a nice flower display for the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines. There you go. And the sun's about to set. I don't think I was in a perfect parking spot, so I didn't stay too long. But, yeah, nice festival, and every city does seem to have their festival throughout the summer. Usually on any given weekend, you'll have to pick between 2, 3, or 4. You'll have your favorites.
Yes, on CS.
All right, well, I didn't know this, but Allen Park moved their city hall and so forth. It was back around here. I think that was the police crash crime scene, but they had a municipal place, an auditorium, and like it's all like a field and torn down and vacant. So here's urban planning for Allen Park. What to do? Every city's got some things. You just gotta let people know what they got going on. Here, well, they'll have some signs for sale or lease, so it's available. Sometimes you just gotta go explore and check it out. All right, we're gonna go to Drinks by Design, which is like a monthly event. Oh, before that, had a function in Taylor that I had to go to. Look at this rubbernecking. Or maybe it's kind of trying to hide there, but yeah, that was just a quick scene. There was a retention pond behind a shopping area, and there was wildlife back there. Down the street from me, there's like Jack and the Beanstalk, like sunflower plants. They're huge. I got to go down there and show you. Here, though, I used to do the big garden thing. Now all I do is wildflowers in front of the porch, and I'm trying to get this in focus. But, they're talking about volumetric analyzer, hail tracker. Holy cow. Yeah, scare the bejeebers out of you. Wow. Little sliver of a moon. I've actually started keeping the camcorder in the back seat, and sometimes when I'm in different places, I'll take video. So I'm hopping around a little bit, but check this out. 10 million Mustangs.
3,500 workers helping to build them every day. We've been to 4 plants across this country. How y'all doing? Workers have shown us the parts for various makes and models made in America.
The glass here, where's that from? Tennessee. The door comes from Chicago. The door panel comes from Illinois.
And tonight, those Mustang makers celebrating a new milestone. It's a sweet ride. Thanks for watching here on a Wednesday night. I'm David Muir. I hope to see you right back here tomorrow. From all of us here, have a good evening. Good night.
Oh, yeah, watching the national news is cool. And that was not fake news. That was real news. And, yeah, don't listen to Donald Trump. All right, look at this is a cool sliver of a moon. I love that. But I have to check out that lunar eclipse. It's in January of 2019, so it is coming up soon. But the moon is awesome. Well, I had to go to work here. Starting time is 6 in the morning. But enough time to just do the moon shot there. I'm going to get to this Drinks by Design. Okay, 81 degrees. Yeah, here we go. Michigan Avenue in Schaefer. Look at this. Art Drawing Commerce. It's a very artistic building. Look at this. That might be new, that little placard, but the rest of the building is awesome. But the Arab American National Museum has a function at the Junction, a Drinks by Design event, and we're going to check inside. It's really cool. They have these Drinks by Design, different venue every month, They really put some time into it. Here was the old City Hall, 1921, erected. Now it's an arts place. Yes, indeedy. How about repurposing? That's awesome. 13615 Michigan Avenue. This is where the Memorial Day parade used to end, right here. But there's the, like the Muslim, or I get them confused, but they have the temple-type tops. Here, East Downtown, want to do a show like East Dearborn compared to West Dearborn. And you can get here by bus, and this one's super fast, or it's actually frequent, affordable, safe transit. Thank God we passed that millage, because sometimes you might need to use the bus, and this one will take you to the airport, which is really cool. All right, here, Michigan Historic Site in Speed Read tells you about Dearborn. And first few years of my life, I lived in Dearborn Heights, but for coming of age years and whatnot, it was Dearborn. So I would be fiercely proud of Dearborn for sure, even though now I live back in Dearborn Heights. Here, but City Hall art space lofts, so retrofitted, repurposed, and made lofts, and artists are living there and doing artistic stuff. Cool. There used to be like a big black cow, I thought, up on, or big black steer right up on the roof. I don't see it anymore. Maybe it's being fixed or something. Nice park, and then I think I recognize the design of these artists that did this sculpture here. And just walking along Michigan Avenue, I'm going to swing back around and make it to the Arab Museum, but I'm putting the whole city kind of in context here. I've always been intrigued by this part of Dearborn. Here, Feed Your Brain. But some of the buildings have nice brickwork. They're a Chinese restaurant, so there's a little diversity going on. Here, a pretty flower. And 3-star Good Burger, but then they got 2 stars on the bottom, so maybe it's 5-star. Look at the little curve, the gentle curve. Then this is a new mural. It was just put up, well, I'm thinking sometime in 2018. And in a future show, there's like a sister mural that's just down on Schaefer. And the Dearborn Recreation, an Irish bar, you gotta be kidding me. I thought they were going extinct. Ooh, I've been waiting for a sign for a long time. There I go. Here are the specials. Oop, yeah. Be nice to the cook and the bartender, both of them. All right, well, I was going to hang out just for a little while longer because it looks like it's raining out there. But not to worry. We'll check out the schedule. It's over for this season, but Detroit City Football Club, that was their schedule, July 24th, looks like, unless they had the playoffs. The heart and soul of Detroit soccer. And some say it's the true football, but they have spirited games. They really do enjoy themselves, and the fans do also. So here's East Downtown Dearborn, but there's like a West Dearborn, and they should have a competition maybe to see which one is hipper. They have a conference center and bike racks, so enjoy the ride. Look at that, Dearborn getting on board. So you have to create an account unlock, and then ride and return and lock. There's the City of Dearborn seal. There is the website. You got all the info you would need. Look at the brickwork, though. I love this. And even the lights. Look at that. So Jazz on the Avenue tunes at noon, but it doesn't say which day. I don't know if it's every day of the week. Yeah, interesting cloud day. And some more brickwork. People took pride in their craftsmanship. Nowadays, that would cost extra if you asked for details like that. And look at this. This gets the thumbs up. Yeah, to put all this stuff in, oh yeah, that'll cost you. But what a nice building. So it looks like apartments on top. So Dearborn East, my sister told me like they have two separate Chamber of Commerces. One for the east side and one for the west side. And so this is where you can ham sandwich. That seems pretty good. $7. A whole ham is $80. They're not open right now. Otherwise, I would have stepped inside. But it looks like they keep the place clean. And I like the bar stools and the tile. Well, there you go. 10 to 4. And that's just during the week. You can get burners. That's always nice. It's kind of like a treat. Sometimes, you know, there's sugar and pop and whatnot. And you got to everything in moderation these days. But sometimes you feel like you can treat yourself and say, okay, I'm going to do a Verner's. Sometimes I do that. And sometimes I'm semi-good. I have my moments. Well, more flowers. So they do things to beautify the landscape out in front, or the streetscape. That was like an Indian restaurant, I believe. And then look at this. They have a hole in the ground. So something's going on here. We're going to build up from that. And I can't tell you what it is, but stay tuned. Okay. This, yeah, I think a bank. Yeah, Federal Reserve with the pillars. Yeah, it's going to protect. But I don't think it's operating as a bank right now. But retrofitting banks would be awesome. You know, they're built like brick shit houses. If you could make a house out of a place like that, how cool would that be? So that's why you have to think out of the box and not have cookie cutter homes like I live where in my neighborhood. My neighbors to the left and my neighbor to the right, and for a few houses down, they're all the same floor pattern. Boring, but yeah, living along Michigan Avenue would be kind of cool. So they had a food truck here. This is the backside of the museum, so I'm going to step inside here. This was the entrance desk, and they have, a DJ and dancing. Well, they have tables set up, and you can interact with people and find out what they're all about and what they're doing. Here they solve problems. But art is everywhere, which is cool. We're going to check out the museum a little bit, but
Excellent.
On the phone, on the headphones, on the turntables, let's get it.
Okay.
looking up at the clouds. It was an active early evening. Now inside the museum, look at this. Is an awesome thing, and it was a gift. Yeah, we're gonna get some music inside here too. I love the atrium, or the centerpiece here, the tower. And so they had more tables set up here. And it's like designers and architects and engineers and urban planners. It's kind of fun, the synergy that's among the people. That was the book area, selling books. You can get the Metro Times, and then even some Arab American news. Visit Detroit. Yeah, so it's a good resource center, to be sure. Well, yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth. But, yeah, study area. And there, the old City Hall. What a cool building. And it would be great to live there, actually. You know, invite friends over. Man. Now, when you're talking architecture, this is amazing. I'm having trouble because of the lighting here, but this is like the tallest building. How impressive is that thing? And Dearborn, it's a good family city. They got all sorts of things planned out, and they have the Camp Dearborn. Here we're going to get some music. There's a map of the Arab world, so it's North Africa. Morocco seems like a really cool place to visit. Casablanca. And, of course, Egypt with the pyramids would be cool, too. And then Syria, Iraq. Gosh, Iran is not part of the... At least not on this one. Okay, well, artwork. Then we'll see some prominent. The museum was open, which is really cool. I love the centerpiece here. I guess you can kind of call it an atrium. Well, if you're familiar with automobiles and safety, you've heard of Ralph Nader. But then plenty of other dignitaries and prominent people that have left their mark. So that's important for people to know. And here in Dearborn, we certainly do. But we need other people. Helen Thomas, she was one of my favorites. God, we need more people like her in Washington right now. I don't know if that's like you get a passport. I don't know what the hell was. That was weird. Well, a little history here if you can speed read. It's hard for me to get this all in one shot. But the idea is to make it to the museum and at your own leisure, walk around. Detroit had the largest Arab community. I think in terms of population, Los Angeles does now. But we have like the highest concentration. Maybe in LA it's spread out a little more. Anyways, it's top 2. So... Yeah, music is cool. Anytime you can catch a live performance, that works. The tile work, this is incredible. And there were other people taking pictures. A lot of times, well, nowadays with your phone, you can take a picture at the drop of a hat. So, yeah, an interesting cloud day with the rain going through and the sunset and whatnot. So the roll-up truck still doing their thing. You can see the planes make their approach to Metro. This, I think, used to be a Kroger, but seems like it does okay for business. I'll check out the Schaefer corridor here just north of Michigan Avenue. Here are some of the businesses. I don't know if Rainbow Kids is still there. It kind of looks like they took that down. Comcast is there, Metro PCS. Cash Advance, LA Insurance. And so there's probably room, certainly for growth and whatnot. But, yeah, everything's a piece of the puzzle, so everything has to be looked at and constantly evaluated. And certainly city planners do all the time, but we need to have audience participation and everybody get involved, because urban planning to me is as important as, you know, getting filled in on the latest sports or the weather or the latest entertainment news. Because if done right, urban planning can just make the quality of living so much better for the whole community. Providing jobs, good education, good entertainment, good roads, good infrastructure, you know, good everything. If we plan right, plan accordingly. And that's not to say I have the answers. I'm not even going to fall for that one. Everybody has an opinion, and what we do is we take the best, the cream of the crop, and then instigate it. Stormy Records, I don't know if that's the same Stormy. There was another one that's Stormy that's been in the news lately. Maybe she owns a record shop. But yeah, it's interesting, the the entrepreneurial spirit. This Mexican place is fairly new, maybe a year or two, maybe 2 years. Look at all the flowers they have out front, and then even the sewer grates or the water grates. They got the quadricycle thing going there. Henry Ford's first vehicle. Yeah, I'm really on that cloud kick. Oh, the insurance costs. Yeah, we need to deal with that, too. I don't know if people bellyache more. I'm bellyaching a little bit about this. I don't think that should be. But we need people that are like power people to make shit like that stop happening. So if you know anybody, let them know that you're fed up and ask why. Why? Why are we paying so much? Really? The insurance thing? You know, how many people have that catastrophic thing? You know, how much does it really take to provide that fund? Look at that. I think that was a Big Boy restaurant. That's probably being repurposed. Here, Best Value Inn. I like the name Fortson Hotel. I don't know what rooms go for, but if there's an event in East Dearborn, it might be affordable. A lot of small businesses. I'm just fascinated. I like this logo. It takes a lot of guts to own a small business and make a go of it. This building rocks. It was a burger joint, and now I don't know what's going to happen. Senior apartments down there. So they're doing some building, but yeah. This could be so hip. Look at the bar stools here. Similar to Lily's, but like a wraparound counter. Oh, yes. Michigan Avenue, U.S. Highway 12. Here at the Art Deco. I think that's the styling they go with, but just gorgeous. Getting near the top of the hour, so I'd like to thank you for watching. If you stuck through any portion of this, it's like, if you watch the whole thing, it's like, it's an hour you'll never get back. So hopefully it was worth your while. DET.com is the website. But, yeah, we'll have something new next week, hopefully. There's so many things happening right now that the summer, we got so many activities, and football hasn't even started, the regular season. Oh, but industrial art. Oh, I'm doing a 360 around the Rouge plant here. Well, the Rouge Center. Look at the art. Okay, Eagle Pass is historic here, so make a right. And I had a hankering for a burger and some fries. And so I knew just the place. And it's right up here on the corner. The Mustang Inn, and they got the half-pound ground round. And you know what? They just did the 10 was it 10 million Mustangs? All right, 78 degrees.